So if no one told you yet, I think you're doing an amazing job as a teacher. The fact that you haven't given up yet means you are doing an amazing job. Hi, this is Dee. So as I have been in the journey of preparing you to become amazing teachers, I figured there are a lot of things that you will never really be taught by anyone anywhere else until you get into a classroom with your students, and that's when you start learning them. And I thought, since I've already started preparing you on this journey, I might as well share some of the things I had to learn on the job that I wasn't necessarily taught by anyone. So let's get to this. The first thing is actually behavior management. We are taught so many theories on child development, child psychology, early childhood development, but no one really prepares you for the actual child or actual children in a classroom setup. Every successful classroom management requires a set of routines, which no one will tell you in uni. Maybe they do now. I was in uni 10 years ago. But anyway, no one told me in uni about routines to set up for children. Children thrive in an environment where they know what to expect, what is coming next, what to do next, and this really prepares them and helps them get settled, reduces the chaos in the transition. And that is why I went ahead and made a video on some of the behavior management, some routines you need in your classroom to be really calm, to help the children stay calm. So if you haven't watched this video, please go ahead and watch it, because it's going to give you guidance on what kind of routines. There's just 3 routines that you need in your classroom to ensure that your classroom, your students, stay calm at all times. Now, I will get some bashing on the second one, but it's actually true, and you will not realize it until you're in a classroom setup. Lessons plans do not survive when they come in contact with a real classroom. Now, I know a lot of kids at schools are also key on lesson plans. It's really nice to know what the teachers are teaching at whatever time they're teaching, but do not take your lesson plans as, the holy grail of your lesson, because they're gonna get disrupted anytime, any moment. I'm gonna give a quick example of how I had an observation the other day, and I was sitting in my lesson prepared. I had my lesson prepared, my resources prepared. I'm ready. And my supervisor comes in and sits, and from nowhere this child starts to choke. Yeah, they were choking. This was not part of my lesson plan. This was nowhere in my lesson plan. So I really had to to react to this in the moment. Remember, I'm still being observed, and this was actually a great opportunity for my supervisor to see how I deal with the unforeseen circumstances. So, and that's why I remember when I was talking to you about international teaching, I said you really have to show your flexibility. It comes even in an event that's unexpected in a lesson. How flexible are you? How are you ready to adjust your lesson, to fit whatever is going on in this lesson in this moment? So do not take the lesson plans as your holy grail. They're not cast on stones. They're meant to be flexed a little bit. They're meant to be adjusted. They're meant to be twisted in the moment, to fit the moment, that the learning needs of your children in the moment of your teaching. Now, if I remember so well, no one taught me how to deal with parents. Through my bachelor's, my undergraduate degree, all the lecturers taught us how to deal with children. No one really prepares you for the parents, and especially in an international school setup where the parents have so much authority, where the parents are so involved in the learning of their children. Some of them come to you very anxious and they project that on you. Some of them come so they look at you and they demean you. They think you're not worthy to teach their children, and they project this on you. Some of them are going through things at home and they have nowhere to let it out, and when they come to interact with you, you are the point of exit of everything that is inside them. So I think it also really teaches you how to deal with the parents in the moment. The first is gonna be tough. You're gonna feel like you wanna quit, especially when dealing with parents. But as you get on with it, you get used to it, you learn techniques, you learn tactics, you understand the parents in the environment you're teaching, you talk to your colleagues, you know what parents like around this place, what they don't like, what they fuss about. Show some confidence from the moment you interact with them. Don't let them see you as someone who's not good enough, but let them see you as someone who knows what they're doing, who understands their responsibility. Don't be rude, be nice, but at the same time, confident. You become a teacher of more than the curriculum. So you're not just teaching, addition and subtraction and how to write stories. You're also teaching manners. You're also teaching life skills. You're also teaching adaptability, flexibility to these learners. You're teaching them how to interact with each other. These are things that are not necessarily in a curriculum. They might be borrowed by specific schools, maybe through value-based education, but not necessarily integrated in the part of the curriculum objectives that you're given. So you become a teacher of not just the content in the books, the objectives they're supposed to achieve, but a teacher of, other life skills that children are supposed to learn. And I always say your students will reflect your behavior. By the end of the year, your students will be speaking like you, behaving like you, interacting with others like you interact with adults around you. They are observing you. You're spending a lot of time with these children, so they're observing you. They're seeing the things you do, and chances are they're gonna do exactly what you do. A quick example is I use some common phrases in my class, and by mid first term, I can hear students saying exactly as I say them, and in the exact moment I use them. The way I treat the adults in the room with me, I see children interacting the same way. And when you ask them, they're gonna be like honest with you, like you did this to this other teacher, so why can I not do it? So you become a teacher of not just the curriculum, but you're teaching other things around the child, which no one really prepares you for these things. Now, the other thing you really have to have in mind before you get into teaching, if you're planning to, is you really have to be amazing at improvisation. But this, I mean, like you're sitting in a lesson and there's a fire alarm that's very random. So, how do you deal with this? How do you adjust your routines to fit this in without necessarily having 15 scared kids who are crying and screaming? Or you're sitting in class and the projector breaks down or your screen doesn't work anymore? How do you make sure you continue with the lesson without necessarily wasting time? But ensuring that you still teach whatever you are meant to teach. So you really have to be in the moment. You really have to be good at improvising, using whatever resources is available at your disposal to make sure that your lesson goes on. So, yep, that's another thing. You really have to be amazing at improvisations. Be ready for the unforeseen, just like the lesson plans. Now, if you've watched a few of my videos by now, you know that I am very particular on differentiation. I encourage this because I feel like there's need for every learner to be taken individually. You don't have a class of 30 students, you have 30 different children in a classroom, And now when you get into the classroom, differentiating becomes like intuitive, it becomes part of you. You know what kind of questions to ask what child, you know what kind of what tasks to give which children, and you find yourself sometimes sitting down amidst very differently abled children, and you're able to turn around and differentiate, adjust yourself accordingly in the group of 5 or 6 children that are sitting around you. Like you're able to treat them differently, as different as they are, without necessarily generalizing it. So you become a pro at differentiating, not just with worksheets, but the way you present yourself to each individual child. So if no one told you yet, I think you're doing an amazing job as a teacher. The fact that you haven't given up yet means you are doing an amazing job. keep doing it and keep realizing those things that no one really taught to you. Keep learning on the job. I always say there's a lot of things you need to learn, there's a lot of things you need to unlearn for you to become a better teacher. The world is changing, so please change with it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, of course, give it a thumbs up, comment on anything you would like us to share with you next. And yep, until next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye. God bless.